Well, here we are on day 8 of the build. It's a great day today from the point of view that we will be laying the concrete. Hooray! So first things first is we need a bit of a clear up and putting down the damp course membrane. We're putting this down for a couple of reasons, but mainly to stop the concrete drying out. It's a warm day, about sort of 21 degrees, so the concrete will dry quickly, so we don't want the water to be absorbed into the ground. This will stop that. And also stop, if you've got any water table problems, should stop the water being pushed up as well. Rebar then goes in. The rebar goes in to help the concrete stop cracking itself. It gives it that much more strength, and you'll get that much more length of life out of your concrete as well, because there is going to be a huge amount of pressure on top of this concrete. Have to make sure you cover your bottom drain. You don't want anything going down there, no concrete, so I've done that. And we will also then put some concrete blocks on top of the bottom drain as well. That will, because otherwise it will float in the concrete, believe it or not, and it really will. You need to put several on there. Make sure we're just going through it, making sure that we've got all the levels right, nothing's being moved at all during the night, that sort of stuff. Then we've got a couple of boards going around the edge, because we are going to be wheelbarrowing this into the pond rather than using the pump, because the pump was going to work. They didn't have one in stock actually, so we had no choice, but the pump also would cost twice the amount that the concrete actually cost. So yeah, crazy amounts. So we then had to sit back and wait for the concrete lorry to arrive, and arrive it did. So we're all ready for the concrete. Don't forget to seal your bottom drain. Rebars on half it just to make it easy for us to walk on. And then we'll put the other part of the rebar when we've done one side. So yeah, ready to go. Downside is not pumping. We are going to be barreling it. That's the way it goes. They just didn't have a pump available for us. So if we miss today, we probably won't do it for another 2 or 3 days with the weather, so we got to get a crack on. So fun times ahead. Right, wish us luck guys, see you on the other side. So it's getting a bit nervous now, waiting for that concrete to turn up. It was running probably a good 2 hours late, I'd imagine. And we got a phone call saying it was coming from an hour further away than it was supposed to be. So yeah, getting a bit concerned. Here we go, first barrel loads are going in. What you can see, we got to about now and we were like, this is really tough and hard work, really tough. It's just not sort of going down by itself and sort of self-leveling. So what we found is that the guy can actually add more water to it. Which was a bit late really. We added some more water, so the second batch was a bit easier to move around, but it was still very hard work. We should have probably asked more water to go in. So there's the biggest lesson for anyone pouring concrete in this way. You can ask for more water to go in, so it is a bit sloppier, so you can actually work to it. We were at an hour over our allotted time, so we got charged extra. They only give you, I think they gave us about 45 minutes to get it off the lorry, and we were an hour over getting it, and it was incredibly hard work. Here we're going around now with a whacker plate, trying to sort of get some sort of flat level on it. It was incredibly difficult. It was just too dry. Spraying some water over the top helped us to get a bit more of a smoother level, but it was not great. I have to say at this point I was feeling quite dejected and worried about what the end result was realistically going to be like. On the plus side though, I did order almost exactly the right amount of concrete, which was good, so we didn't really have any wastage. So that was the silver lining. But yeah, as you can see, as we're getting close to the end of the day, the result doesn't look particularly smooth. So we're going to have to come up with some plans to what we can do, because we're not going to be able to fiberglass over that. That's for sure. It's rough, ready. I'm sure it will dry nice and hard, but we just have not got a good level. We did ensure though around the bottom drain, that bit, that we really put some of the time that we had left before it completely dried up to get that nice and smooth. So that's the end of the day. Please like and subscribe, guys, and we'll hopefully have some suggestions for the following day as to how we get around it. Thank you.